What do you mean I'm not a real gamer? You're not even a real gamer. You haven't even, I'm playing through all of them right now. I'm working my way through. I'm on number 45. Gaming site The Escapist suffered a mass resignation after editor-in-chief Nick Calandra was fired. Many of you may be familiar with The Escapist from the Zero Punctuation series and nothing else. That's especially unfortunate since Ben Yahtzee Croshaw, the mind and voice behind Zero Punctuation, also resigned. Apparently, Calandra was fired by the owners of The Escapist, gamers with a U, not the real ones like you and me. The industry masters that bought up a bunch of game news outlets, laid off an alleged 40% of their workforce, then tried to replace them with a single person proofreading ChatGPT. Since Yahtzee couldn't take Zero Punctuation with him, the series is dead.
Period. Question mark?
And The Escapist may be in the shallow grave right next to it. But if you think gamers is a disease infecting gaming news, you're wrong. It's just a symptom. This year has seen massive layoffs across the industry and even many shutdowns. I mean, imagine making a brand new gaming news channel this year. Who could have made such a terrible, short-sighted... Oh, but all is not lost. Yahtzee and Nick Calandra are creating a new venture called Second Wind. And this time, they can use all the punctuation they want. You deserve it.
Have a comma, kid.
Yesterday was the first day of the Epic Games v. Google antitrust trial over what Epic sees as its fundamental right to sell V-Bucks directly to you, the people. It was supposed to be Bane, didn't really. While the Google trial isn't as private as Apple's, it's generally more customizable. So far, Google's argument is that the Play Store isn't a monopoly because Android allows sideloading, and some companies, like Samsung, have their own app store on Android devices. Epic argues, however, that the Play Store accounted for 90% of Android app installs in 2020, when this lawsuit was filed, despite Samsung's App Store being installed on most Androids. Epic also alleges Google pays game developers, like Riot Games, not to make their own app stores or standalone app launchers. While it's too early to call, some journalists, like The Verge's Sean Hollister, entered the courtroom thinking Epic had no shot, but left questioning his initial stance. Okay. One thing no one questioned, though, was Epic's admission that the Epic Game Store hasn't turned a profit in the 5 years it's existed. You mean the software that exists only to give me free games isn't making money? But how many games did they give out? Have they tried more free games? The Australian Classification Board has leaked major plot details of the upcoming Silent Hill game, The Short Message, in their annual report. Hey, gaming leaks are our thing, said the Korean ratings board, who leaked the existence of The Short Message themselves in the first place. So fair enough. Here at GameLinked, we're not about spoiling games, especially as of yet unannounced games, so be aware that there may be spoilers for the game if you check out our news sources linked in the description. A warning for those in the audience as well, the game's spoilers have strong references to suicide and self-harm, confirming it is in fact a Silent Hill game. And this isn't the only Silent Hill controversy this week. A weird rumor about everyone's favorite geometry-themed villain was ignited thanks to a Best Buy Canada website listing for the Silent Hill 2 remake. It included a bullet point that implied Pyramid Head would be getting a playable origin story. We don't need this. A Konami spokesperson later clarified Best Buy had the incorrect information, but I'm a little upset that I can't learn more about the guy. Who are his parents? Are they the Egyptian or the Mesoamerican pyramids?
Mesoamerican.
Mesoamerican. Guess we'll never know how to pronounce it. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by dbrand and their ultra premium Steam Deck case, the Kill Switch. It sounds badass. Because it is. Just look at these features. It's got a super grippy texture to stay locked in place no matter how sweaty your hands are. It's got a modular back panel with a kickstand like a cool motorbike. Except when have you seen a motorbike kickstand with an SD card holder in there? Probably never. Badass. And the optional travel cover protects the deck's sticks and buttons while looking like some kind of intimidating spaceship. I'm scared, but intrigued. Visit mybossisveryshort.com and enter the code GAMELINKED to get 10% off your entire purchase. Love you, dbrand. Oh, that sound means we've reached the lightning round where all our stories are quick bits. BlizzCon happened last week, so we're doing a roundup. Okay, here we go. The next 3 World of Warcraft expansions will be part of an overarching story, starting with the War Within in 2024, which got a 6th cinematic. And of course, you can pay extra to play it 3 days early. What is this, 1995? Warcraft Rumble is a new mobile game that's out now. Diablo 4's now officially announced Vessel of Hatred expansion will feature a brand new playable class. The new Overwatch 2 hero, Mauga, was confirmed, along with an upcoming hero that looks like D.Va, and another one that looks like D.Va in a big coat. Saudi Arabia beat China in the Overwatch World Cup, and Overwatch does K-pop collabs now. So you're up to date. To celebrate the 30th anniversary of Doom next month, the 2 Johns, OG creators Romero and Carmack, will be hosting a live stream together 27 years after their infamous breakup during Quake's development. Beyond being the Kim and Kanye of socially awkward teenage boys in the 90s, that's amazing. Both Johns are still working on their own projects. Romero has the unofficial Doom sequel, Sigil 2, and Carmack has his own artificial general intelligence startup, Keen, as in Commander? Now, they were quick to tamp down any expectation of a future game collaboration. They may be on good terms now, but Daddy and Daddy got a divorce for a reason.
I wish I could quit you.
Bandai Namco announced their video game segment profit is down 65% from last year. The company brought this financial decline on itself, really, by releasing Elden Ring last year and not releasing a second Elden Ring this year. Classic mistake. They tried to convince consumers they did have an Elden Ring to release this year, but it turned out Armored Core 6 wasn't Elden Ring. So, what's worse, Bandai Namco will end sales of Taiko no Tatsujin, Drum and Fun, on the Nintendo Switch later this month. I've never heard of it. They came to this decision when they found out the drum-based rhythm game also wasn't Elden Ring. Okay. Sony has announced that its integration with the website formerly known as Twitter will no longer function on PlayStation 4 or 5 as of November 13th. However, gamers, with an E, not a U, will still be able to export captures by sending them to the official PlayStation app and then posting them via their other mobile device. Oh, Xbox removed its own Twitter integration back in April because it wasn't interested in paying Twitter's exorbitant new API fees. You know, it can feel like you're so close and connected with someone, and then the next minute, they're just an X. And developer Puppet Combo's new game is only coming to PC and PlayStation. Christmas Massacre will be Puppet Combo's 16th game, yet somehow only the 3rd to end with the word massacre, after Power Drill Massacre and Nun Massacre. Puppet Combo claimed on Twitter that Christmas Massacre is too crazy for Switch and too crazy for Xbox. Nun Massacre, a game where you flee from a psychopathic nun, is playable on Switch. I wonder why Nintendo wouldn't want to sell a game where you go on a killing spree dressed as Santa because your Christmas tree told you to. It's weird. And I'm telling you to come back on Thursday for more gaming news. I almost said tech news, that was close. We're 100% Nintendo approved, at least we assume we are, since they haven't sued us yet. We'll have to see.